Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Look, I'm just gonna rant it out, and I'll finish listening to what I'm listening to, and then I will give a more cogent, informed, response. So the brother Obsidian, going in on Ebony K. Williams and Kim Foster as he should, and as one of the founding members of the Black Manosphere, I expect nothing less. And then he asked essentially progressive and liberal brothers, why are we riding with the left? First, as a self-entitled progressive, I don't know if we are riding with them. Like, for me myself, I haven't voted. Well, I didn't vote for president. I wrote it in 2020, then wrote it in 2016. So there's that. But I am not. I have been one of the most ardent people to call out Kim Foster, to call out Cynthia G. I'm the one who was saying that she's a neo-Nazi, right? Like, I don't know if if Obsidian realizes that, like, I was calling it out from the beginning, right? I've been calling the lefties out for the longest, right? For allowing this to slide. That is one of the reasons why FD Signifier spoke to me, right? Exactly, better you, like, I'm on the left, not a Democrat. Exactly. And emphasis on the rat part of Democrat, right? But then I would have to ask the brother Obsidian, why is he okay with voting for the spoiled brat 70-some-odd-year-old in Trump? The man that was born with a silver spoon up his ass, that him and his father were brought into court for racist-ass housing practices. The guy that wrote the editorial saying that the brothers that got arrested, falsely accused, served prison time for supposedly doing whatever to the white lady in Central Park back in the late 90s, the early 90s, late 80s. And when it found like they weren't guilty and they were let out, Trump still like they did something, right? Like that. And let's be very clear, like, and I don't know if the brother Obsidian realizes this. Yes, a lot of brothers are sticking their middle finger up to the Democratic Party, absolutely, and I agree. But let's be very clear. Brothers are still not riding with Republicans like that. They like Trump. It's the Kanye effect. You like Trump because you like the way he wields power, right? You like the negative liberty in Trump. You like the attitude, the bravado, the masculinity in Trump. But you don't rock with the Republican Party. And most brothers that's going to vote for Trump, let's see what happens next election after Trump. Let's see what happens after the 2024 election. Right? Because what I gather and what I think is going to be reflected in numbers is more black men are going to stay home than vote for either one of these racist geriatrics. Right? Than either one of these racist geriatrics. I will never give Joe Biden a pass. There was no way in hell I was going to vote for Joe Biden. No way I was going to vote for Hillary Clinton. 94 crime bill and one of them calling super predators. There is no way. But I'm supposed to give Ronald Reagan's party, that's the one I'm supposed to give a pass? The biggest drug dealer in U.S. history, that's the one I'm supposed to give a pass? Oh, hell no. Y'all do realize that that's the president that did the no-fault divorces, right? You do realize that? I'm just asking. Right? Iran-Contra, that's the guy. Did y'all ever hear Ronald Reagan give the excuses for Iran-Contra? Right? My heart tells me that, that essentially my heart tells me that I didn't support this, but apparently I kind of did. The one that was calling the African leaders in Africa like all type of monkeys back when Nixon was president and he was governor? That Ronald Reagan? The one that married the third goat? Right? I know that, election season is heating up. So we're gonna have this back and forth between the more conservative brothers. And by the way, the Black Manosphere is more centrist right. I've always understood that as a person that stands more to the left in the Black Manosphere. I've always understand that. I've always respected that. And if y'all ever seen how I speak to brothers on the right, it's with respect. But let's not do the whole my white man is better than your white man. Whoa, what are we, strollers and divestors now? Right? Oh, Detroit, you never heard that recording? Oh, you need to look it up. Ronald Reagan speaking to Nixon when Nixon was president, right? And essentially calling African leaders all type of monkeys and essentially calling them dummies. Yeah, right? This the same Ronald Reagan that, like, when he was governor and those brothers from the Black Panthers marched on Sacramento. You ain't never seen anti-gun laws pass so fast. Right? Yeah, Republican Party, part of Lincoln, the party of Lincoln. Absolutely. Right? Eisenhower, absolutely. What happened after Eisenhower? Oop, Nixon, yikes. Ugh. Ronald Reagan, ugh. Bush Sr.? Bush Jr. Y'all really want to claim that? Y'all really want to claim? Excuse me. Y'all really want to claim that? Yeah, we got the slime balls like Johnson. Ill. Right? And Clinton. Right? And Carter. Absolutely. But I'm not doing the whose white man is better. What? What? I can't do it. Gerald Ford was Republican. Right? Exactly. They called him Tricky Dick. Watergate and all. Right? So, we don't support, at least for Mr. Z. I do not support Kim. I've been calling Kim Foster out. I called her for the little petite bourgeoisie troll she is, the little classist a-hole she is. I called her out forever ago. I called her out for letting Cynthia G slide like she didn't know. All of those women on that side knew. They all knew or heard about Cynthia G, and they all knew what she was saying. Mr. Z called them out. Right? I called that nappy-headed hobo, Khadijah, Kim Foster, T. Noir. I called all of them out. If you want to count Cat Black too, Cat Black. I called all of them out. Fab Socialism. Name them. And the males also, FD Signifier, Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, T1J, right? Consciously. I called all of them out. And I got responses from a couple of them. FD Signifier has been on my channel. I got a response from Jason Miles from This Is Revolution. Whenever they say something about the Black Manosphere, I call it out. Right? So to the brother Obsidian, I would say, yes, there are lefties that act like that, give these women passes. I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, right? But not Mr. Z. Absolutely not. Right? So y'all give me a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. And we're back. And I just wanted to respond to the brother Obsidian by saying, like, I understand the space I'm in. And I respect this space. And this space has given a lot to me. Right? The camaraderie, right? The like minds. But there's no way in hell you think I'm gonna vote for the geriatric with Tourette's that was born with a silver spoon up his ass, right? Just because he was able to woo some of these lameoids in Hollywood, some of these brothers and sisters in Hollywood, right? And they were going to his functions does not mean that I didn't see him for who he was from the jump since I was a kid. It's all about Trump. Oh, no. So I wouldn't have been, if I had money, I wouldn't have been one of these rap artists that had his name in their on their records because they want to live that type of gaudy wealth life that they saw Trump living. Right? So, if we're gonna critique why people on the left are quiet, Obsidian, you do you want me to tell you that Chrissy sit over there with you? Oops. Uh-oh. Paris is over there with you too. Paris Milan. Uh-huh. You and Angry Man, y'all talking, but Paris Malone and Chrissy over there on that side. Huh? Yeah, the colorist queen herself. She's sitting right next to you. You'll be surprised. Are you sure Chris Lynn Carrison is not over there too? You over there with Candace Owens. Candace Owens got these dudes writing her name in manifestos before they go start, airing a whole goddamn mosque out. And they live halfway around the world in New Zealand. I'm just saying. Are we gonna start doing the associations and you standing over there with that person? We could do that all day. Steve King was over there, right? Trying to hide his white supremacy behind quote unquote Western civilization. I mean, said it broad daylight. Well, really, in a studio in front of everybody. I'm just saying, right? Essentially doing it broad daylight, right? So I don't really want to do the whose white man is better like that. And I'm saying like that for a reason. I know it sounds cringy and borderline homo, and that's why I'm saying it the way I am. Right? Didn't we just cover the politician in Alabama? I'm not gonna make fun of him because he, deleted himself, but yeah. That's one of our go-tos on the left. When brothers on the right and just men on the right start talking and start trying to talk about us like we effeminate. Y'all got a whole bunch of dudes that live an alternative lifestyle over there pretending like they don't. Right? Y'all got a whole lot of dudes pretending like they straight as an arrow. Really though, they look like origami out here. Right? I understand the election season is heating up. These conversations, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Obsidian going in. We all type of man boob, no chin having, low T, right? Having brothers over here on the left. And yet, a whole lot of brothers over here pulling though. I'm just saying. Right? Y'all do realize like the richest cities in the country are usually blue. I'm just saying. They claiming Sarah Palin. I'm just saying. Right? So I mean, look, to Brother Obsidian, I'm just making a little fun, but I'm hoping to God. I know it's not gonna happen. It's not. But I was hoping to God that we wouldn't do this as the election season heats up, especially in the black manosphere. Because I agree, I think Trump's gonna win. To tell y'all the truth, and I've been calling it. And I agree with the Brother Obsidian that they're throwing everything in his way. And I actually, when he was critiquing Ebony K. Williams and her speak talk about, essentially black men are jealous of black women's success. That's why they're voting Republican. I agreed with him on, like, yo, essentially shut the hell up and no, we're not. Right. And like, even if we were, let's say we were, first of all, no, we're not, but let's say we were. Do you think what you're doing, Ebony K. Williams, that's supposed to what? Like, whenever black women do this, you realize what they're really doing is trying to run to white daddy. Look, like, white daddy, look, they're not voting in the way we telling them to vote. Go spank them. Go make them do what we say. So I agree with Obsidian on that. But once you start doing the whole, oh, the soft dudes are over there on that side, man, do you really want to do that? Right? Brothers on the right, do y'all really want to start playing that game? Right? It ain't gonna look good. I would rather not. Right? I'm really not about fighting over white dudes. I'm sorry. It's not my thing. Right? And we've heard this. Oh my, we've been hearing this since black people really started voting Democrat. What? Early 70s, late 60s, we've been hearing, yeah, this is the election right here. It's going to flip the black vote because look, this one thing. The black people are going to start voting Republican because this one thing. Black men are going to start. No, I honestly think black men are going to stay home. I think both parties offer black men nothing. You can either be an off-brand white man in the Republican Party or off-brand black woman in the Democratic Party. Right? So I'm really not. I was so hoping we wouldn't do this election. I was so hoping. I was so hoping. Oh, hoping against all hope, right? Man, right? I can't do it. Please, Brother Obsidian, please don't start it. Don't start it, right? And you're not gonna coax black men, the majority of black men, to vote Republican. Are you serious? And Obsidian speaks about his father, voting for Reagan, and his grandfather voting for Eisenhower. And Eisenhower, I don't really got much negative to say about that, but Reagan, woo, killing the unions, helping to ship the jobs overseas, ushering neoliberalism. Are you sure you want to? Are you sure? Right? The Chicago boys. I don't know. Right? So I don't know, y'all. Look, I was riding with Obsidian, but once you start doing the whole, like, yeah, the low T over there on the left, and man boobs, and no jawline, and eh, are you sure? Right? Uh, mm, right? And then apparently we giving these feminist hater ass women on the left passes. Not Mr. Z. I mean, if you check out the videos on my channel, not I, right? Maybe other brothers, but not me. I don't know, right? So the sisters, there's right leaning sisters. I don't know if you want to claim them, right? I don't know if you want to claim them. There's a lot of sisters y'all think lean to the left, and they don't. Our Jizzle, me neither. And our Jizzle says, I personally believe that the black man doesn't have a political party. I agree. I agree. Y'all, y'all know that I'm a lefty. Y'all don't see me advocate for the Democratic Party, right? I don't. And this will be another election where I vote down ballot. Might write in a name. Let's see who I write in for president, right? Let's see what I write in. Reparations. I might write in reparations, right? But I see. I already see Angry Man angling, right? Now I see Obsidian angling. I, and that's their prerogative, you know. And you know, I another brother, you know, I went back and forth with some of this conversation before in the Black Manosphere, right? So I'm hoping that we don't go down this road, but it looked like it's too late. We're full steam ahead, right? And then we start talking about who has money and who doesn't have money. Are you sure? Look, brother Obsidian, I know y'all playing with some real paper over there on your channel. I know. But are you sure are we you sure we want to do this? You hey, there's some money over here on the left, even on the black left. And we ain't talking about the women either. I'm just saying. Right? Right. KMS, thank you very much. And KMS is, and thank you for the super chat. Train tracks, train tracks, train tracks, and thank you and thank you. You would think I would get this super chat right? And thank you for all that you do, Mr. Z. I appreciate you and your work. Thank you, KMS. Thank you. Right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But I'm just, I'm just when I respect Obsidian as one of the founding members. I've been on his channel. He's been gracious to me. I think he remembers who I am. He knows I lean to the left. I've said it on his channel before. Um, you know, it's respect for me, right? I've been listening to Obsidian for ugh, 6-7 years. A while, right? A while, right? So, and I appreciate his work, and I appreciate his scholarship, especially as a fellow blue collar brother, right? And I appreciate the different ways him and Kevin Samuels connected, right? The fact that the I'm gonna defend you, you defend me, blue collar, white collar thing that they had going. I respect that. With that, I can acknowledge why brothers on the right vote on the right, especially the brothers that are more recent, right? Like the Bernard Rileys that are they more recently started voting Republican. I can explain why. I can acknowledge why. I think I actually can do a really good job at arguing the other side, believe it or not. Well, y'all do believe it. Y'all already know, right? But I think when you listen to Obsidian and Angry Man, it's like they don't realize why brothers do not vote for the Republican Party, right? Y'all gonna pretend like y'all don't understand why brothers don't vote? So you think it's all the gynocracy why brothers don't vote for the Republican Party? You think it's all because of who they mama told them or who their girlfriend told them to vote for? I'm just saying. I don't know. Right? For me to be in the black manosphere, right? Y'all check my community tab. Y'all see what I'm on, what type of time I'm on. And for me to say, yeah, but yeah, that Republican Party, especially with trumpet, nah, can't do it. No can do. Right? So, am I as informed as Obsidian? Probably not. Right? But am I more informed than the average American? Probably. The more informed than the average black American? Probably. Right? And as a matter of fact, one of the more recent times I've been on Obsidian channel, one of the sisters, I said, let me defend the left a little bit when he was going on Kim Foster, and one of the sisters in the comments was like, "Oh, no, he's a either she said Democrat or a lefty or something like that. Why is someone so smart a lefty?" And I'm like, "What? What you think? Like then only the right has intelligent people?" And as a matter of fact, I'm one of the lefties that tell the left stop underestimating the right. I actually said that when BGS covered Larry Elder. I spoke about how the right is able to take the left's head off because the left puts his head so far up its ass because it thinks it's so smart. But people on the left, and that's not even exclusive to black people on the left, as intelligent as they are, they overestimate their skills and they think the right are a bunch of mouth-breathing idiots, mainly because some of the things that the right proposes may not necessarily be something you want to practice right now, like this form of capitalism. I'm just saying. So the left underestimates the right because they think they're so advanced and they're not. And they think what the right is proposing is retrograde BS. Right? The Republicans are going to have a demographic problem. Yes, they can pull Latinos second and third gen, but not enough. And our Jizzle says the Republicans have been winning in spite of any black vote. So why would they do anything to help black people? You're right about the help black people. I don't really think the Republican Party, because you got to remember like the corporate capture of both parties, but how it works in the Republican Party, right? And so both of them are kind of the parties of big business, to be honest, right? So now we're splitting hairs when I get into this, right? Um, but the way the Republican Party works with the pull yourself up by your bootstraps, even though I'm doing tax cuts for the big businesses and corporations, right? That actually hurts the middle class, even though they like to speak about the middle class and the hardworking Americans and how they love hardworking Americans and how they want to lower your taxes for hardworking Americans. And actually, the taxes got to come from somewhere. So if we're giving tax cuts to the big corporations, then where the taxes coming from? I'm just saying, right? So and going more directly to your point, the problem that the Republican Party has right now is a demographic problem. Number one, not enough white people are having children, particularly white men who vote highest um, for Republicans, right? Number one, but number two, they weren't able to pull enough Latinos, right? The goal was to pull enough conservative, essentially form a big enough people of color coalition. That's why if you noticed the what 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 election was that? Was that 2020? One of the yeah. Before Trump spoke, 2020 election, which was that the Republican convention? The Republican convention. If you notice how many people of color they had speaking. Now, when you looked in the stands, it was whitey white, right? Of course, you had a sprinkling, a smattering of people of color, of course. When you looked in the stands, white as hell. But when you saw who was coming on stage, Tim Scott, who else? What South Asian dude that they had up there? It wasn't Bobby Jindal. It was somebody else. Just people of color, right? People of color, right? Did they have Nikki Haley? I want to say yes, but I don't remember, right? Now, when you look once again, stands Whitey McWhite, but that stage though, why? Because they need to start doing this now, right? So, what I'm speaking to here is they might actually have to, and I said this actually, I think I said this on BGS and Art New Style channel. Shout out to Art New Style. The Democratic Party is going to make a play at black men. I'm sorry, the Democratic Party. Actually, I do think they're going to make a play at black men. Actually, I do think that. So that was actually a Freudian slip. I actually do think that. But I think the Republican Party is going to make a play at black men also. Dinesh D'Souza, not the criminal. No. Nope. Right. Shout out to Dinesh D'Souza. Yawn. Right. So yeah, so I do think the Republican Party is going to make a play at black men. And what are they going to say or offer or, you know, to help or to strike down something or to put something up for black men? Let's see. Let's see. Exactly, better you. Exactly. And better you says they play identity politics also. Yes, they do. That's how I always found it interesting, at least as an adult, that the Republican Party does the whole we don't do the identity politics. The whole white project is an identity politics project. What are you? As a matter of fact, the original identity politics was the straight black male, excuse me, straight white male voter. What? Jim Crow laws was straight identity politics. Most of that instituted by Democrats. We're just gonna be honest. I'm just saying, right? But I think when Obsidian on Green Gorilla's channel when he said he doesn't buy into, and I'm brother, if I'm putting words in your mouth, my apologies. I am not attempting to put words in his mouth. But if I recall, identity that's not what I wanted to say. If I recall correctly, um I'm losing my train of thought. There we go. Obsidian doesn't buy into the party switch, the party switch, and I'm like, right? I'm just saying, I don't know, right? I think he was on Green Gorilla's channel when he said that. If I remember correctly, brother, if I have that incorrect, my apologies, right? But I don't know if the Republican Party is still the party of Lincoln, functionally, right? I don't know. I mean, they both are part of the Republican Party, but is it really the party of Lincoln still? Ugh. Right? So, once again, thank you, KMS. And KMS says Mr. Z has been spot on his observation about black women's behavior in aggregate that is now biting them in their entitled behinds. True indeed. Bruh. Is it? Is it? Haha. Where you at, Chrissy? Anyway, there is a stitch of a black woman pretending to be Brazilian. I saw it. To get the attention of Passport Bros, which she proves Passport Bros point, which proves Passport Bros point. Yes, I saw it. Hey, black women, You'll be surprised, black women. If you would just tell black men you want them, you'll be surprised how many black men will tell you they want you to just tell the Chrissies of the world to shut the hell up. Tell Lexus Exodus to shut the hell up. Put a muzzle on Cynthia G. You'll be surprised, black women. If you would just act right and tell black men you love them and you actually show it, right? You'll be surprised, dear black women. Right? You'll be surprised. Let me put this key in here. Y'all excuse me while I make a little bit of noise in the background. Okay, we're back. Right? We're back. Right? Earth said, no, I'm good. Earth said, yeah, nah. Wait. Shout out to Edward Anderson. Earth, you don't think Keisha needed a little bit of coaching? Keisha just needed a little bit of coaching. Oh, man. Earth said, yeah, nah. Nazi. Hey. Oh, man. I can't even argue with Earth. I get it. I get it. I get it. Right? I'm like BGS on this one. If y'all want to negotiate, y'all negotiate. If y'all don't want to negotiate, don't negotiate. I'm not about telling black men to negotiate. Right? Oh. Oh, man. Earth just killed me just now. Right? But, you know, like I said, I'm down to have the conversation with the brother Obsidian if he feels like, you know, brothers on the left were way too quiet. I mean, you can check out my channel. No, I haven't. You could check me out on Art New Style, BGS, name it. Now, I've been calling all of this stuff out, all of it, right? And I don't know if Obsidian really want to start doing the whole, you know, because then we get into the who has the prettiest women thing. And I love when Republicans do that. Oh, when white Republicans or black Republicans do it, we got the pretty women over here. Nigga, you sure you want to do that? Do y'all want to? I'm like, first of all, I don't think either one of us have the uglier or prettier women. But if y'all really want to do that, bro. Right, and I really feel like this is when we get real childish. And it's like, you really can't prove the point. But I am definitely game for playing the game. Right? I'm game for playing the game. But I don't think there's really going to be a winner in who has the prettiest women or which you know, and I'm not going to do the party thing because I don't rep the Democratic Party. But which political side, I'll do that, right? Has the manliest men and the prettiest women. I'm down to play the game, right? And I already said I don't really think there's a winner in that, but I'll do it for fun, right? I'm down to do that for fun, play the game for fun. But I really do think it's childish. No, we got the prettiest chicks over here. No, we got the prettiest chicks over here. Yeah, I got Sarah Palin. I mean, no, we can't act like there was in a whole nailing Palin thing. That was funny. That was funny. I can't lie. I can't lie. It was funny. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't realize that the headphone got. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. All right. But yeah, so you know, no, brother Obsidian, y'all don't got the manliest men over there on the right. Stop. Every so often we catch one of y'all in the goddamn bathroom stall with a damn other dude. Right? And that's light work. That's not even catching y'all whole cross dressing. And we ain't even gonna talk about y'all playing with the kids. Oops. Right? I'm really not proving my point with this schoolgirl giggle. I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm not doing myself no. Right? I'm not doing myself no favors. There we go. God damn, Mr. Z. Can we get the analogies out? Right? So yeah. But yeah, look. Yeah, if we start doing the manly thing, brother Obsidian, please don't do the manly thing. Please. Right? Because then we're gonna start doing the Who's cross-dressing? I mean, in secret, because we already know the Democratic Party be full of rainbows. We know they rep that to the fullest, but it's not in secret though, right? That knock knock bathroom stall glory hole thing. I mean, y'all really want? Do you really want to do that? Are you sure about that? Right? I don't suggest it. I don't suggest we go down that road. I really don't think it's fruitful. Right? Who got the manliest men? We got the real men over here, and the women over here are the pretty women. And are you sure you want to play that game? Right? Because I don't know how much this is even sustainable. And this is what the reason why I'm on the left is, like I said, it's because I don't think this brand of capitalism is really sustainable. Neoliberalism, you gotta be out of your mind. Market valuation on everything. How is that working? Like, if the brother is gonna critique divestors and swirlers, you don't know where they come from, right? That's the same thing that the Asian women are on. We're gonna pretend like we don't get it. When you commodify everything, when you put a market valuation on everything, do you not understand how we get to here? Yes, we got the Keisha in the hood that put Pookie on a pedestal, and not really even. But then what about her cousins and sister? Them that's not. Right? There's a whole lot of ugly things about our current economic structure that the brothers on the right, y'all don't really want to own that. Right? And the justification for those things. Yeah, he's Australian, but I guarantee you the Australian business owner that was saying, we got to squeeze these people and we got to see unemployment at 40-50%, and I guarantee you, yeah, he's Australian, but I guarantee you, right leaning, I put money on it. Rupert Murdoch of Fox News essentially saying black people have essentially been nothing throughout history but slaves. Right leaning. I'm just saying. And I know all the crazy stuff that the lefties have said. Let's not pretend like we don't know. We know. The left leaning politics. Not even, I don't even want to call them left leaning. The Democrat politicians. We know the crazy stuff they've said. We know about Johnson's quotes. We know. Right? Clinton, we know. I already said super predator from Hillary Clinton. I already did. Bill Clinton going in on those people that were protesting him when Hillary was running and saying stuff about 12-year-olds on crack and whatever the hell he was saying. Right? But, I mean, hey. Republican judges calling black people the N-word on the stand. I'm just saying. Y'all forgot why the original judge for the Dylan Roof case got dismissed? Y'all forgot? Bad history, I'm just saying. So I don't want to belabor the point too much because look, election season is heating up. We're not even in December yet. Goddamn, we're not even in 2024 yet, right? But it's gonna get crazier. The black manosphere, we're the back and forth. Let the games begin. The back and forth is gonna start and yeah, that part. So I think I'll just wait it out. I already told y'all I'm voting down ballot. I own it. I'm not voting for either one of these old geriatrics. There's no way in hell. I did it in 2020. I am not in 2024. Absolutely no way. Right? I do believe in voting local. So guess what? Do my research, vote local. Right? And there's definitely ballot initiatives that I definitely want to vote for. We made weed legal, right, in Florida. Well, medicinal, at least medicinal. But yeah, I voted for that, and I don't smoke. Nor have I ever. So there's that, right? So there is reasons for me to go vote. But yeah, for the geriatrics, the two old racist guys, yeah, nope, right? So you know, shout out to the brother Obsidian, one of the original founding members of the Black Manosphere. That is why my title is You Rang. You asked us to respond, and my response is, yeah, we don't ride with Kim Foster or Ebony K. Williams. First of all, didn't Ebony K. Williams work for Fox News? Uh-oh. Y'all gotta start being honest about how many of these sisters y'all think are on the left. They're not. I'm not saying she don't vote Democrat, but once again, did she not work for Fox News? Right? And if y'all want to talk about, brothers without a square jaw and kind of light voice, and y'all forgot about Paris Denard? Uh-oh. Y'all claiming Paris Denard? I'm just saying. Oh, y'all didn't think Mr. Z what y'all thought Mr. Z forgot? We gonna start talking about not having square jaw? Do y'all really want me to start talking about the neck bearded white dudes over there? Paris Denard's voice was lighter than a mug. Mannerism soggier than hell. Y'all sure? I'm just saying. So, I mean, look, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have this conversation. Not this way, at least. Not this way. I hate the who's the real man's man conversation in the Black Manosphere. Which side of the political spectrum got the real men? Right? I thought we were here because the women was putting their foot in was over here trying both of us. I thought that was the point. I thought they were playing both of us, or at least trying to. Right? So, shout out to the brother Obsidian. Like I said, I was just poking a little fun, but I am responding by saying no, we do not ride with Kim Foster. Like, in all seriousness, all jokes aside, let's pause on the ha ha ha's and yeah, no, we do not ride. Look, I called Kim Foster out. I called T Noor out. I called Khadijah out. FD signifier. I called these people out. I called them out for not even their willful ignorance, because they know she existed. They said nothing because they tacitly agree with her. Right? But let's not act like the conservative sisters on that side ain't trying to jump on some white peen also. Let's not act like they ain't trying us and insulting our masculinity and our manhood also. That's all I'm saying. And let's not act like the Republican Party is the bastion of masculinity over there. Are you sure about that? Right? It's all square jaw, laced up brothers in the Republican Party, and men in general in the Republican Party. I don't know. All right. So, yeah, I would much rather not, but I think it's too late. Right? Especially, Angry Man then took his shots. Now Obsidian, the brother, no, not you too, Obsidian. Right? So, shout out to the brother Obsidian. Like I said, I just made jokes, but in all seriousness, we're not riding with Kim Foster and them and Ebony K. Williams. And of course, Ebony K. Williams would say what she said. Where else are they supposed to go? What else are they supposed to say? Of course, they're going to say, we're jealous of them, and that's why, the Republicans are making a play at black men, and black men are leaving the Democratic Party. That's what they're supposed to say, right? And I would say lean into it. To be honest, yeah, we're going to vote Republican. Some of us are going to vote Republican, because why would we vote Democrat? I say lean into it. Even for those of us who are not going to vote for Trump, if he's able to get on the ballot. Because I agree with Obsidian when he says, all these trumped up charges. I agree. I actually agree. And if Trump is able to get on the ballot, then I agree with Obsidian that he's probably going to win. Right? So I say we lead even for us brothers. For me it's what put black women's backs to the wall and say, yeah, so if the brothers do vote Republican, what's the problem? Or they vote Republican because they jealous of black women's progress. Okay, first of all, I disagree. But if they were, then what would be the problem? What exactly have the Democrats done for black men? That should be the real question. What exactly have the Democrats done for black men? Look at the way you speak and you're voting Democrat. Do you not understand why black men would vote Republican? Right? Let's get into that. Look at the way you speak and you're voting Democrat, and you want black men to vote for the party where people like you exist, and y'all tell black men that they're jealous of black women's progress because they're losers. Huh. I say we lean into it. Right? So yeah, I'm not going to vote Republican, but I say we lean into, yeah, and the problem with the brothers voting Republican or voting for Trump is what now? Oh, jealousy. You speaking like that, you think they should be voting? Right? Democrat? To enable people like you to keep on talking the way you do? Yeah, no. Right? How about that? So, shout out to Obsidian. I guess let the games begin. I don't know how much I'm gonna engage in um this conversation with left versus right. I see if it's left versus right, I'm kind of down for that conversation. Actually, I'm actually down for the left versus right political ideology, but the Democrat versus Republican, I can't really get into too much because I don't know if I really rep the Democratic Party, right? And I don't know if we really ride it with Kim. Kim Foster's a classist asshole. Like, I've said it. I called it out. I made a whole goddamn stream about the petite bourgeoisie in the black community being black women like Kim Foster, like Ebony K. Williams. I've said it, right? But I've also said, brother Obsidian, and he has that maybe you brothers might want to call out the sisters on the right. That still sound crazy, also, because Chrissy has given us inklings that she's right leaning. So has Paris Milan. So, something to consider, right? Ebony K. Williams used to work for Fox News. I'm just saying, right? The whole idea of all these soft men on the left. Hey, our limp-wristed dudes are out there for everybody to see, right? Ain't no Brokeback Mountain happening over here on the left. On the right, it's a whole lot of Brokeback Mountain and a whole lot of glory hole stuff going on. I'm just saying. A whole lot of cross-dressing in secret going on the right. I'm just saying. So I'm not for having this conversation too much, but it looks like it's inevitable, right? It looks like it has already commenced, right? And so I guess, but yeah, I'm not with it. Sorry, y'all. Yeah. So shout out to brother Obsidian. Let the games begin. The jokes are gonna be flying, and I'm down to for the jokes. But like I said, I said it in the beginning. I really meant it. I'm not about saying whose white man is better. It sounds weird, right? It just ugh, right? And I'm purposely phrasing it that way, right? And also let me actually bring this up because now that we're at this part of the conversation, um, when I was on Obsidian's channel, was it last week or the week before? I that's when he was. As a matter of fact, that's when he was um interviewing the author of um A White Man's Whore, and I said something like, "Sorry to interject the white man's penis in this conversation again," and I said that on purpose. I don't know how many of his audience members understood where when we have these conversations with swirlers, divestors, black women who have dated an white men or who are adamant about how much better white men are than black men. I purposely say that. Shout out to Trell Bentley. Like the brother understand. I purposely speak about the fact that black women and other women of color, by extension, all the time, somehow we always find ourselves under the goddamn white man's genitals whenever we speak to these women. Right? So I call it out, and I'm vulgar on purpose. Whenever we talk to these women, somehow, I'm pretty sure you talk to Mindy Kaling long enough, you're going to end up under a white man's scrotum somewhere in the conversation. Well, damn. Right? And what you see black women starting to say even more and more is, black men don't got these big peens this way, and and I don't know where to get this stereotype because they just want to character assassinate. Right? But once again, we end up speaking about genitals. And why are those black women, especially the swirlers and divestors, saying that? Well, we already know to put their white man at ease. Black men's penis isn't that big. The black woman that I'm having sex with told me, okay, yeah, whatever, Brad. But it's also, we understand the character assassination. But once again, it's to put the white man at ease. I really don't, I don't have much else to say. I think I'll just pause right there with that. This the why are you brothers on the left allowing this? Are we? Right? I know I called it out. I don't know about other brothers on the left. Right? But once again, the my main response is the idea that the brothers on the right have a monopoly on manhood and masculinity. Really? So that was really the thing I wanted to respond to. Yeah, that was the thing I wanted to really respond to the brother Obsidian with. Yeah, we'll pause right here, everyone. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Shout out to KMS with the with the bombs, right? And I'm trying to walk a tightrope between responding to the brother Obsidian, making a couple of jokes, but let him know, like, brother, if we're gonna do the whole who's a man and who's not, and who's more masculine and who's not, and once again who got the pretty women on their side, we could trade those blows all day. That's an all day conversation right there, right? So, because I don't think either one of the parties have a monopoly on ugly or pretty or masculine or less masculine. I know the right likes to pretend like they do, but if we go in the bathroom stall right now, I don't know. If we go to the men's restroom right now with this glory hole in it, I don't know. I'm just saying, right? Just saying. Better hope your favorite Republican is in the LGBTQ bar. I'm just So anyway, on that note, everyone, love, peace, and chicken grease. We will pause right here. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, like the link in the description, which is to Obsidian. And y'all go check out other non-Black Manosphere content, so y'all can have an understanding of American politics. and how like conservatives aren't even really conservative, especially the like brothers that call themselves conservative. Many of them are really just traditionalists, calling themselves conservative. Um, so yeah, that part too. So yeah, go check out other non-black manosphere content so y'all can find out why I said what I said about Ronald Reagan. Killed the unions. Anyway, anyway, y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Mr. Z out.